Proverbs 19, verse 20 and 21. Listen to advice and accept instruction, that you may gain wisdom in the future. Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Listen to advice. Don't just hear words. Don't just talk and have a conversation and wait for your turn to speak. You don't learn anything. Sometimes people mistake advice for lectures. You're just being told this and that and this and that. Oh, here we go again, type of thing. You just think of it as a lecture, like, oh, here he goes again talking. But most of the time, that's just advice. Sometimes that person's been there, done that. Look, listen to me. I've been there. I'm advising you not to, or I'm advising you to do this. Don't take advice as lectures, and accept instruction. Sometimes correction is advice and instruction. Sometimes when we're corrected, we do wrong. We don't want to hear it, but it's for your own good. Listen, accept it, think about it, meditate on that. What did I do wrong? How can I do it better? How will you know if you don't listen? And not just hear it, but actually apply it, do it. Watch your steps in the future, that you may gain wisdom in the future. You won't make the same mistakes over and over again. People say, I'm sorry, just to be forgiven, but never learn their lesson, so there's no wisdom gained. And they keep making the same mistakes over and over again in the future because they didn't listen to advice or accept their instruction / correction. And sometimes people need that lecture. Lecture is just something that your advice repeated. I wouldn't have to lecture you if you had listened to the advice in the first place and do the things that you were instructed to in the first place. Listen to advice and accept instruction, that you may gain wisdom in the future. Verse 21, many are the plans in the mind of a man. We think of so many things. We want to do this, we want to do that. But how do we know even tomorrow is going to come? It's in vain. We have so many things in our mind, but if, again, we haven't taken that advice from earlier instruction. It does you no good to have these thoughts and these plans, and they don't come to fruition because you never put the effort, the thought, the meditation to what it takes to get those plans to come to fruition. But it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. What is our purpose in this life? Is to imitate Christ, to be Christ-like. He's the perfect one. He fulfilled every single law, every single rule, every single thing sinlessly. He gave us that example, the instruction, gave us that advice perfectly. So isn't it best to imitate that person, to do what he says, the one that didn't falter? It will stand. Proverbs 16, the plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. We take his guidance, his words, his ways, and we won't fall. We will stand. What is your purpose, Lord? Let me do that. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirit. He sees your heart. He sees your intent, your motivation of why you do these things. You may have all these plans, but if they're not in the right standing with the Lord, then they're going to falter eventually. Seek his guidance, seek his purpose, seek his advice, his instruction, and it's all here. That's what the Bible is. It's his love letter to us on how to live this life in this world. After all, he created it, right? He knows what's good and bad. He keeps you away from the bad. And he pushes you forward to the good. This is what I accept. Go here. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes. Even if you do something bad, you make excuses and, and 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 tell yourself all these lies to make that bad thing good. Again, oh, I think that's right. A lot of other people might not think that's right, but it's right to you. That doesn't necessarily make it right. What's right for God? Listen to him. He weighs the spirit. What's your intention of it? Is it selfishly helping you only or others as well? You see, we could deceive ourselves. We think we know it all. But God determines the true motives. That's the conscious in us.